us that it's just a game. That nothing will ever come out of it. That it won't bring us fame or glory. That it won't make our country proud. They told us to stop wasting our time. Well, let them say all they want. We'll prove it to them. We'll be the champions. Mobile Legends Bang Bang World Championship 2019. M1.
And welcome back, everybody. This is the M1 Championship live draw show where we're going to be putting teams into different groups so we can see where things are going to be placed around here. Now, just to explain it to you guys, we have already shown you the tournament format. Now we're going to be showing you guys how we're going to be doing this live group draw. In front of us, we have plenty of options. Looking at Group A, B, C, and D, that's where these teams are going to be put in. Pool 1 and 2 consisting of these MPL winners and have qualified to bring in Pool 3 M1 qualifiers from across the globe. They're going to each individually be picked out and be put into their separate groups in this particular order, as you can see on the graphic. Group B, P1, eventually it will move on to Group C and Group D, and after Pool 1 is finished, we'll be moving on to Pool 2 and Pool 3 respectively. Now, if you guys are ready, we're getting super close to actually being able to start this off. But one more thing you must be wondering, what happens if two regions are put within the same group? Well, if that is the case, we will be taking that team and pushing them over to the next group and continue the draw until we finally have our groups to be finished. So don't expect to see Indonesia fighting Indonesia within their own group or MPL, MYSG going against each other. Same thing goes for the Philippines. So if you guys are just as excited as I am, let's get this show on the road. For the most part, we've got plenty of guests coming in here, and we have our beautiful casters to kind of give us a better in-depth explanations over there. We're going to throw it over to them in a little bit, but more importantly, we have to introduce some of our guests who are on the show with me today. That's going to be a very exciting time to kind of get the ball rolling here. And if you guys in chat, live on YouTube Gaming, just let your favorite teams know that you're supporting them in the chat itself, because they're going to be watching and they're going to be just as excited as you guys to actually go into these games, especially to see where they're going to be placed, because there are some tough competitors. We've got plenty of teams from all over the globe, and we all want to get this show on the road here. Now, let's finally get this show on the road. We have our live drafting guests. Thank you so much for joining us today as we do it today. This is as well as Putri. Thank you so much for being on the show. We're going to be starting the live draw here. We're going to be starting with Pool 1, as you guys have seen just now. Let us begin the first draw. Now, we want to make sure that everything is fair, everything is clear, so you can see that there's no tampering, none of that nonsense, and here we go. The first team put in Group B is going to be the Burmese Ghouls from the Myanmar side. I repeat one more time, Burmese Ghouls will be placed into Group B. We're going to throw it over to our casters. Tell us, Atmats and Lychee, what you guys think about this.
I mean, Burmese Ghouls before, so it will be a very interesting thing coming in Group A alongside with EVOS SG.
Yep, definitely. And just look at the statistic. We know that they are very competent to takes on the MPL Myanmar.
Yeah.
But how does they act?
Have been the champions of the MPL, and because it's in Malaysia, they have the right to already be put into Group A. So now that we've kind of cleared it up, let's go on to the next draw. We are looking for a team to go into Group C here. Now, looking at how it's going so far, for Pool 1, we still have a couple more options left to go. Let's actually go for the next draw. Two teams left to be selected here. It's going to be EVOS Legends as well as Sunspark, who's going to be joining them in Group C. It's going to be Sunspark from the Philippines locking in their slot into Group C. A very interesting team here. I mean, Ahmad, Lychee, what you got to say about this?
Well, Sunsparks, they are very
Is SK Flex. Very thorough.
Look at that, look at that.
Quite
Renzio
good.
with a 92% on Terizla.
Yeah, that's a common thing because there's a moment where Terizla is quite overpowered, but he was patched over just a little bit.
He is really mostly in the meta right now. You
Yeah,
see a lot
very
of
good
Terizla
high.
during the MPL.
Yeah, very high pick as well, especially on the top side. So all is fair. I think Sunsparks, being the champions from MPL Philippines, will be a very tough team to beat here for those who are coming to Group C.
Yes, definitely. So, what do you think, Gideon?
Are you okay with Sunsparks in Group C though?
I mean, honestly, this is everybody. It's all been set. Let's crack that open. What a surprise! EVOS Legends! Obviously, I mean, you guys, they recently just won MPL
Yeah.
Indonesia. What are your guys' thoughts? I have to know.
Well, we'll be facing either Todak or XCC Sports in their respective group.
That
And
will
here you
make it
go,
interesting.
EVOS Legends.
Definitely. Yep. We have Aura 1, Donkey, Lumi.
They're going to be associated in each of the groups, and I don't know about you guys. Maybe we'll get the caster's opinion a little bit later on some of these, particularly RQ, Onic, Kodak, as well as Axis Esports within these pools, who will be facing EVOS Esports SG in Group A. Let's find out. It's going to be, it's going to be Axis Esports from Malaysia. I can see the casters. They're super happy. I'm going to throw it over to them, boys.
Because the rule says that
Both are in
the teams on the same
MPL,
MPL will never be
so-
seeded in the same groups.
I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that.
Okay,
here.
okay, Phantom 5 next pool. Come on.
All right, let's do the next pool. Puchi, could you take the next one? Let's see. Hopefully, good competitors. All right, who's it going to be? Let's crack this one open and find out.
Oh,
Oh boy.
I saw Malaysian flag.
it's a Malaysian team.
It's going to be Todak that's going to be put into Group C this time. Todak is going to be put into Group.
During MPL Season 4 in MPL MYSG. Because everybody was expecting, oh, Todak's gonna win, Todak's gonna win. But EVOS SG prepared them.
They've been winning a lot locally.
But the thing is, the community has.
Honestly, whoever's going to be in Group A or Group D are going to have a run for their money. Let's crack this open. Here we have it. It's going to be Onic Esports from the Philippines going up against EVOS SG within Group.
Onic
Should be in the Group
Philippines
A.
should be in Group A
Yeah,
because
should
we
be in
have
the Group
pushed Axis and Todak to Group C.
Up
So
against
now,
EVOS.
Mr. Lychee right here. Onic, Philippines and EVOS Singapore. What do you think?
Remember, there is that one time during the MSU where everybody is talking about Onic because Onic is so damn good.
Yeah, so damn good. That's why they're crowned champions.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
here you got the lineup for Onic. We have Oh My Venus, Zico, Wise, Dla, Liak Nu, and also Greed as their sub. Look at Liak Nu stats, man. And the 100% win rate on Estes
I think the one
on MPL Singapore, Philippines.
that one guy that we
We all saw this coming. It's going to be RRQ, and these guys have been around for so long. They built a huge fan base, and it's time for them to actually go for
in the scene for quite some time, but still yet to try to become like a very solid team. They won, I believe it was season 2 of MPL Indonesia. At Angriak Mall, I can't remember the mall, but
I'm afraid if I've chipped in, it's going to be wrong answer.
yeah,
So
but they were once an MPL champion before, but they could not penetrate it more later.
Yeah.
I wish to actually explain the lineup, but we don't have much time. So there you go, guys. We just finished Pool 2 of our groups. You can see Group A is going to be EVOS, Singapore, and also RRQ. Sorry, Group B is going
into Group A. The first draw has come. Here it is. Who is it going to be? It is going to be put into Group A. Ooh, Impunity KH. This is pretty interesting going into Group A here. Casper.
Zans, Atev, Watt, and also Boom as the sub.
Alright, I'm quite a bit lost with Impunity, but they were a thing back in the day anyway.
I think we should proceed to Group
Yeah.
B.
Let's go to Group B.
Let's go straight into Group B. We're gonna go with the next pick'ems here. Go for a stroll. Let's see who's it going to join them, especially in Group B against Axis as well as Burmese Ghouls. Here it is. Let's crack this one open and figure out how is Group B going to be like? Oh. Pretty interesting pick here. It's going to be the representatives from Vietnam.
Actually, a very neat
I
team.
have to be honest.
Yeah, it's Lucky, T-Max, TD, Saito, Brawley, and because it has 5 ways to confuse us.
I'm dyslexic. I'm just going to put it out there.
But still, being in
yeah.
Group A, this is not going to be an easy route to.
Let's crack this one open. Oh, here we go. It's going to be Candy Comeback from Laos qualified. This qualified team is going to be pretty interesting. I've got a couple of.
It was seen that the Thailand team would win, but Candy Comeback shows that they really could actually come back and qualify from that respective region. So congrats to them. Congrats to Conan, Bister, North, Toms, and
Cracking this one open, and it's going to be, wow, Chief, you nailed it. It's
Oh my God, he
Team
nailed
Gosu, the US represent.
And since Gosu actually really a hit currently in our C scene, and
has been completed. Only 4 slots left right here. It will be Geo, Esports, Juice Vault, 10-second D.
All right, here it is. We're cracking it open. It is going to be Geo Esports, the representatives of Brazil going into Group C. And as you guys mentioned, this is going to be a tough group. What are their odds?
Latin American teams looks very strong. So I doubt that maybe Geo would fall off here. I think they will do very well on par with. Okay, never mind. Him or me?
I wanted to ask you
All
something.
right. I'm sorry.
So-
I'm sorry. Fatal 5-way. We have to wait.
This off.
This is going to be interesting.
Here we
I
go.
really hope evil.
It is evil, bro.
I mean, I don't know if you guys are just watching this, but yes, it is going to be Evil Esports, the representatives from Turkey who qualified all the way.
It's the same cycle. Grog is being played, all
Yeah.
3 of them.
Lolita.
These guys, you brought up some really good points. These guys really like the Raphaelia, and again, in Group C.
I think it's still on par between Group C and Group D.
And the first group we're going to be talking about is going to be Deus Volt, the representatives from the Russian qualified zone. I mean, these guys, they were looking pretty good, but what do you guys have to say?
They are very, very good actually in the Russian League. I'm surprised. They played a very flashy kind of gameplay. If you can actually watch their VOD on YouTube, it's gonna be in Russian.
Personally don't want to be in Group D here, but here are your representatives coming all the way from Japan. It's 10 Second Gaming Plus.
Yeah, 10 Second Gaming Plus qualified here from Japan. And this is the Turkish lineup, but we're gonna ignore that.
Yep.
Okay, I know which is the 10S Gaming lineup, so we're gonna proceed.
We have Evo's SG, Reckham Keon, and then Impunity as well as Vec Fantasy Main.
Alright, Group B, we have Burmese Ghouls, Axis Esports, Candy Comebacks, and also Gosu Gaming.
And on to Group C, we have Sunsparks, Toda Geo from Brazil, and Evil Esport from Turkey.
And lastly, Group D, we have finished off EVOS Legend, Onyx Philippines, Dusvolt, and also 10 Second Gaming Plus. Okay, now we can actually predict
I would
properly.
say, before we predict, I would like to ask